is the Frugal Cottage, where we talk all things money to help you on your financial journey. Today's video is my February 2023 dividend income update. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get started. So before I start these, like always, this is not financial advice. This is just me sharing my investment journey with you in the hopes that it might inspire you to start your own. So February 2023 dividends were less than January, but then I knew that was going to be the case. And the positive side to this is more than February was last year. So in terms of year-on-year growth, it is building slowly. Now, the complicating factor in this is that this is not all mine, and at the moment it is complicated, but I thought I would share with you, whilst I still can, that the journey and momentum is still going in the right direction. I hold all of my investments within a stocks and shares ISA with Hargreaves Lansdown, and I would recommend them absolutely as a platform to use. It is so straightforward. I'll leave a link below to them if you want to check them out. But yeah, let's get into the video itself. So I was paid out by 4 holdings in February, 3 of them being companies and 1 being a fund. All of them together make an okay number. Individually, not, again, different to last month where some of them were really big. All of these are fairly small. However, let's get started. So the first company that paid out was BT Group. Again, I've had these in my portfolio for quite a while now, and actually their share price has gone down quite a lot since I have had them in my portfolio. However, again, my strategy is to buy and hold for the long term, and they do pay a dividend, which is what I'm focusing on. The dividend for February is £11.55. So, not a bad start. Considering that I've done absolutely nothing for earning that, I'm okay with that. The second one that paid out during the month of February, this is the first and only fund to pay out during February, and this is the Legal and General US Index. Now, I also have another US Index fund that pays out in a different month, and that is purely the reason for that. The reason why I have it twice is by different companies, is because they pay out at different times of the year. So yes, they're invested in the same things, but I'm trying to aim to get a very consistent number each month of the year to supplement my retirement. Early retirement may not be possible now, but I'm still kind of trying to focus on the fact that even if that's not possible anymore, and we'll see, it doesn't seem very likely anymore, the dividends will help that no matter how small they are. So the Legal and US Index paid out £23.09. And again, so you can see it's the funds I have that pay out in December pay out hundreds of pounds. This pays very little in comparison. The third holding that paid out is Sage Group. Again, another holding that I've had for quite a long time now, and one that I keep watching to see if the share price goes down a bit, because I would quite like to add some more to this eventually. Not that I'm able to invest any money at the moment because I don't have any, but Sage Group is definitely one that I would like to at some point in the future add more to. They paid out £18.15 in February. And then the last one, as you can see here, the number isn't going to be massive for February, but it all helps, especially at the moment. And if you've watched my budget with me video yesterday, and I'll leave a link below to that, you'll know that money is extremely tight at the moment. So if I was using this as income and I'm not, it stays in the account. Every single penny helps, no matter what stage of life you are in. Anyway, the final holdings of payout is Vodafone. I've had these pretty much since I started. I have my phone with Vodafone. In fact, most people that I know have their phone with Vodafone. So it made sense for me as a consumer to also have this in my investment portfolio. And they paid out £19.80. Again, their share price has gone down so much since I bought it, but they are very consistent in paying out the dividend income, so that's what I'm focusing on for now. And so the total for February 2023 is £72.59. So not a bad total. Yes, it's £90 lower than January. So if you look at it from that perspective, yes, it isn't as good, but £72.59 in terms of bills would definitely pay my water rates and my mobile phone bill and have some spare if I were to use that. Like I say, this all stays within my stocks and shares ISA, who I have with Hargreaves Lansdown. So the next thing I'm going to show you is just a little graph. Now that I've got 2 months, I can show that, and then the dividends earned versus invested cash and what that means as a breakdown. So if you're new here, I love a visual representation of everything. I have them for my savings, my investments, my aims. I just find that the visual representation of this really helps to motivate me in that respect. So this is the graph for dividend income during 2023 so far, and I know we've only had 2 months, so it is only 2 bars in the graph, but you can see there that January is really good, and you can see then the difference between the months. So I talked about consistency. This shows that I am so far from any kind of consistency, but I always knew that would be the case. It is naturally going to fluctuate from month to month. As long as the overall average of months are fairly steady, then that will help me budget that in terms of being able to pay my bills or my verbal, whatever it ends up being able to pay. Like I said, I don't really know what the future holds now in terms of this journey, but we'll keep going as long as I can share this with you. So the final thing I'm going to share with you is the dividends earned and the total so far for 2023. So again, not much to show you because it's only the second month of the year, but this is another part of the same spreadsheet that I like to keep track of my investments. So you can see there that the difference from January to February is quite substantial, and I've invested precisely 0 because, like I said, there is just nothing spare at the moment, and hopefully at some point in the future there will be, but for now it is quite clearly 0. But I'm working on the assumption that once I kind of come out through the other end of this, then hopefully no matter how little, I will have something to invest at the end of each month. In fact, I'm going to try so hard to make that the case. So the final figure for this, so during 2023 so far, I have received £235.08 in dividends. And considering that we're only the second month in, I'm okay with that figure. Yes, I could do it being higher, but it is what it is. And if you think of that in terms of bills, which is what I do every time I look at these numbers on figures, you know, that would pay for quite a few of the smaller fixed expenses and or cover more than one of my variable expense categories. So although this journey is much more complicated than it used to be, and at some point this will all drop when everything gets sorted out, for now I'm going to continue sharing with these in the hopes that it inspires you to start your investment journey. Investing is not as scary as it seems, I promise. In fact, the scariest step is absolutely opening that account that you're going to invest in for the first time. And like I said, I have my stocks and shares ISA with Hargreaves Lansdown, and their platform is really straightforward to use. However, it's that initial opening the account and putting in that money and just going, what now? Honestly, if you just take that step and learn along the way, you'll probably be absolutely fine. And there are no guarantees in investing, and if that puts you off, then yeah, there are lower risk things that you can do, but there is always a risk. But dividend investing is hopefully going to change my life, even if it's smaller than I thought it would be. So like I said, that is my February 2023 income update for dividends for you. Have you got any dividend income from February? What did you get paid from? Let me know down in the comments below. I love reading comments from people who are also on a dividend investment journey, especially if your numbers are bigger. Please share them. I find that so inspirational, so motivating, especially at the moment when things are not quite as they should be. And as always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again very soon.